Is your reputation at risk? What can you do when the other side gives your center a horrible review? A recent Google search of a center in Atlanta resulted in showing a center's Google Plus local ad. There were 4 reviews. I looked at the reviews and here's what I saw. 4 hateful pro-abortion statements accusing that center of deceptive practice, medical lies, and 2 of the 4 reviews used the term fake bogus clinic. When I called the center director, she had no idea that those reviews were harming her center. Now, what can you do to undo that kind of vitriol hatred aimed at your center? Remember, people remember what you do wrong much longer than the good do. It just takes one person slamming your center for the entire community to start believing the lie. I know. I have been slammed by NARAL, KRAL, Texas NARAL, People for the Un-American Way, and CARE. CPC Watch often mentions me. So how can you stop such reputation damage? Rather than simply reacting to their ads by simply having a number of your friends post positive reviews, so the sheer number of positives being posted will shove the negatives off the screen. That may be on one site, but you need to think bigger than that. In some ways, a reactive reputation rebuilding campaign can work, but you're far better off using a proactive approach in your push for a positive online presence. You may not know that I have had a hand in launching over 780 websites over the past 20 years, and I can tell you that not all have been greeted with ticker tape parades or "It's a Wonderful Life" outpouring of love. Over the years, I've learned it's far better to craft the way the world is going to view your ministry or your center than to just sit back and hope that the glowing reviews will come rolling in. Today's incredible social media allow anyone with a bone to pick to launch an attack and shine a very unflattering light on you and your center's operation. The surge of social media is partly responsible for the fact that online reputation management, or ORM, is now a $5 billion industry. There are hundreds of companies devoted to monitoring, repairing, improving, and policing the reputations of individuals and businesses. Of course, most of these reputation management firms start their pricing in the thousands. If you build reputation building into your business plan, you can avoid the hassle and cost of reacting to a negative campaign down the road. But building a positive online reputation is not only the right thing to do, but it is critical for your nonprofit. The most important thing you as a director can do is to look for a way to manage your reputation yourself. That's why I want to give you the tips on how you can do this. How many times have you rushed to Google or Bing to research a company or individual or service that you're looking for? When others head to the search engines to check you out, what do they see? You want to do all you can to make sure that the majority of what they find is positive in nature. And if you haven't done this lately, then Google your business name, your center's domain name, and check out the first results. Congratulations if what you find is accurate and positive in nature. If the results aren't so great, it's time to get proactive and start working to repair the damage. For centers like yours, there are several steps you can take to repair your reputation. A good creative approach can include creating Google alerts for your center, your director, your board of directors. This will alert you to any negative chatter out on the internet. Create social profiles on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, Kick, YouTube, Instagram, Vine, and Pinterest. Here, you control the conversation, you frame the debate, you control what you add to each of these social media outlets. Create 2 public relations strategies aimed at your potential client and to your donor base, and use them both frequently. Create positive postings for major social media outlets for your clients, and likewise, don't forget to do so for your donors. Create a YouTube channel and populate it early and often. Create a YouTube of testimonials and a virtual tour of your center for clients. For your donors, create a different YouTube account with videos about your vision, your results, your mission, your message, and your methods. Create an online forum and closely monitor what's being posted there. You could also do this with a blog site specifically aimed at attracting comments. I know it's hard not to respond to a hater, but I urge you to step back, breathe deep, and avoid such an online confrontation. The usual end result of such direct response is that the negative posting remains high in search engine results and you come away without vindication that you seek. You must frame the debate and control the content in which you defend yourself or your center. So here's what I want you not to do. I don't want you to flood the web with phony news releases, accolades, awards, or fake customer reviews. A savvy consumer can smell a rotten egg very quickly. You want them, on the other hand, to view your information and want to be connected with you. So, step 1, populate new positive reviews. Locate the source URL of the website or websites where the negative review or reviews are being seen. If it's Google, then have your volunteers and donors go to Google, search for your name, and then review your center. If the negative review is on some third-party website, some review site, then give your volunteers and donors and friends that URL. It normally only takes about 10 to 15 positive reviews to fully replace a handful of negative reviews, but the whole adage is the more the merrier. Continuously monitor the at-risk review sites to make sure no more negatives show up. Number 2, increase your control over your online footprint. If you have the .com for your website, go ahead and get the org, the net, and the info and use them to put one-page landing pages up that focus on one or more of your services or benefits or results to the community. Each of these sites can use a single video telling of your benefits and results and then link back to your original website. Even use them to sign up people to your mail list or social media outlets. Now, if someone is going to do something like put up a site that uses your domain or center name in one of those suck types of a site, then register those kinds of domains as well. Being positive and proactive is what it takes to maintain your positive reputation online. In other words, get those domains before they do so that no one could ever put one of those sites up using your name in it. It'll cost you a little more. That's a good safety in putting it together. Now, number 3, feed your social media regularly. Find someone that could help you, like an intern, a volunteer, a board member, to manage your social media. Assign them with the task of feeding positive tweets about your center at least twice a day for 5 days a week. The sheer consistency of her positive posts are going to help influence the visitor of the sites getting the feeds. If you can't find that person or do not have the ability readily at hand, then hire someone who can do the social media marketing for you. So here's what I want you to take away from today's report. Your center is a public entity. Your center has people who want to ruin your reputation because of what you do. It is in your interest to know what people are saying about you. It is in your best interest to proactively take charge of your online reputation. If you have been hit negatively, then transform the negative with positive posts and broadening your social media control. If you need help in setting up landing pages for extra domains or feeding your social media postings and tweets, then call me at 903-926-2607 and ask about our low-cost setting up of such sites. Now, keep up the good work you're doing. You are making a difference, and the other side just can't stand it. Thanks for listening to the Monday Minute.